Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wildcard game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. So, wow. I mean, that'll quiet this crowd, right? A big one there on the opening drive of the game.
Yeah, you have to be thinking, we're at home for the playoffs. That had to be a splash of cold water right in their face, don't you think?
Yeah, they got to be thinking, we're going to have to work on this and do so in a hurry. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Hey, tag 50 left.
Now it's Stafford. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes for a gain of 31. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off. So
rush coming, and he's taken down. Justin Houston in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's going to air one out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from there.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The 15 yards through the air on a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here's Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Trey Hendrickson in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now it's Newton. Caught left side by Funchess. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. On first down, it's Stafford. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there at 22.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Stafford. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
All right, here we go. Block it. Zero. Hey.
Again, it's Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Newton. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing is Newton. On the left side, a catch by White. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll try the air now with Newton. They'll drop it off to P-Ryan, complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Go.
They'll go to P-Ryan, trying to pound it in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They hand off to their big tight end. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Ian Thomas taking it in. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. So out now come the Lions. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he's going to be grabbed and Noah Spence in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
21. Hey.
Here's Stafford now on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Richardson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, Stafford here. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
10.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
From the red zone now, Stafford. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 10 more there and another first down. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for.
Hey.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Switch. Back, 57, ready? Check. Stay 50.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they have little chance of winning this one.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Gets around him. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Carolina getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On first down, Newton. Flushed out right toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, hey. 20.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Set. 180.
3rd and long, it's Newton. And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that would help him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe
Super toe.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
21. Go here. Hey, red. Jumbo.
To throw again. Stafford being chased out left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Gibson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards.
Come on now.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Set. 180. Gun.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will get the lead up to 14. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
That's fielded in the end zone. And Detroit getting set to go now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Single. Set. 280. Hey, give me radar. Here we go.
The final shot before the break, Stafford. He's going to launch this thing way down, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC Wildcard bout. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give the tackle to Tease Tabor that time.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's Newton now on second down. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a second and goal. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's third and goal. Now the Panthers get set, third and goal.
And the defense has to account for Cam Newton on this play.
Newton takes it himself, and he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
11.
On second down, here's Stafford. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. On the crossing route, complete. That's Richardson. They give them 27 yards on the third down conversion. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Hey, 22!
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Here's Newton. He'll get this out to his running back, P-Ryan. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Well, one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Going for the deep ball. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. To throw on second down is Newton. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Zach Brown in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for them.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Returnable here from the 38. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And give him a gain of 37. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, go here!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the step.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. K1 short. Able to get him for a loss of about 3.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Paul Richardson from 10 yards out. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. So now Stafford will bring up the Lions, and they'll go for 2. Here's a toss coming right, and he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The drive starts with a handoff to P-Ryan. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. He completes it right side to White. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Set. 180.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Hey, hey.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 24.
10.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
Hey, 22.
Stafford on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They start on the ground with P-Ryan. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back.
This is intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. You were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Buying time to his left. His throw incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
10.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Paul Richardson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So now Stafford will bring up the Lions, and they'll go for 2. Now a toss going left. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
Carolina getting set to take the field. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
It's P. Ryan to begin the drive. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. Oh, the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison. And now defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fielded just inside the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you